Hello and welcome back to InsideOut Tennis. Here we have my match against Omni Kumar out in Dominican Republic. It's been a little while since I've last posted. I've had a few things going on. I've actually had this video in the locker for a little while. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and let's see what transpires. So I remember when I first started this match, I was obviously a wee bit nervous. Often the case. It's just a matter of getting through those nerves in the first game. I often opt to serve first because I feel that if I do get off to a good start and get the early break, then I could potentially be 3-0 up, which is actually the case in this match. Now, Omni's got a very unorthodox game with a very loose arm, big serve, good forehand, quirky backhand, but it is effective. He often goes for the chip, as you can see here. The theme for today is essentially sticking to what's working. Now, as you see, I've got 2 break points here. Playing very heavy at the back, coming in, making past me, and he doesn't, so that's the early break. Now, as the match kind of progresses, I kind of go away a little bit from what's been working, especially in this first set. Which was essentially coming into his backhand. Now I know that sounds quite simple, obviously easier said than done in most cases. However, if the opportunity arises to come into someone's weaker side, you should definitely do it. And if they pass you, fine. If they pass you throughout the course of the match and end up beating you, then yeah, too good. But often that won't be the case, and you'll have a match with it basically. I was very happy with my ground strokes in this match. I was hitting it extremely heavy, putting him under a lot of pressure. Beautiful backhand on the line there. Again, I come in, so I threw it up. What I was looking to do from the back was to use my high, heavy forehand to push him back, and then go hard at his. Push him back on his backhand, and then go hard with my backhand into his forehand, because that was definitely his stronger shot. On a point there where I've executed coming forward for 1. There's an opportunity there. 15. He's had great hands as well, to be fair to him. Solid serve, good forehand, great hands, and he was rapid, as you'll later see. I know. One thing I think worked pretty well for me was my serve. Kind of dropped off a little bit after the first set. Especially in men's tennis, the serve is without a shadow of a doubt the most important shot to get 3 points on. Just look at someone like Novak, who, early on in his career wasn't, I wouldn't say it was a weakness, but compared to the rest of his game, it wasn't probably his best shot. Ever since he improved that, we all know kind of what he achieved after that. Don't get me wrong, he obviously added to other elements of his game, but the forehand, movement, backhand, all that good stuff was there already. It was the serve that he what didn't match up to the other guys in terms of Rafa and Roger, and even Andy to some extent. However, since he improved that, obviously, he went on to do pretty well. So the serve is without a shadow of a doubt the most important shot in the men's game, and it's something that I often think gets overlooked. Actually, we spend a lot of time hitting forehands and backhands, but not enough time serving. If you can get a 3 point or 2 cheap points every service game, you're doing something right, that's for sure. Okay, so here we have Omni trying to mix it up with that slice. I'm just peppering it, looking to try and get forward, or open up the court and then go back into the backhand. So I changed direction. Probably off the wrong ball there, actually, I'll be honest. It's kind of going back, but I've gone back to the backhand. And now, there we go. Finally get in. It's a great volley. And again, looking back, something I'm a little bit disappointed at. I could have probably stuck to that tactic. He was really struggling with it. As you can see, we've got the 5-2 advantage. Love 15. Again, it's a good opportunity to get in. Against someone who's 300 in the world, there's only so many opportunities they're going to give you. But, you know, obviously ground down a little bit there. It's the last point, but here we go, 50-0. Take my time, get some composure. It's a good play. Double break point. I mean, I haven't done too much wrong there. Good serve. Again, ideally, you'd go back into the backhand, make a pass you there. If there's weaker wing, if he does, too good. Anyway, 5-all, 30-all, big point here. He's done well to come back from 5-2. Using that high forehand very well with the flat backhand. Contrast in pace is important. Great serve after a forehand overcooked. Nice backhand on the line, beautiful. 6-5, here we go. So important just try and apply as much pressure as you possibly can here. Good play for Omni. One love down. Ooh, get a bit fortunate there. Nice play, nice play. Again, coming forward is something that a lot of people don't want to do, but I tell you, at this level and even above, you've got to do it. You've got the opportunity to get forward. You've got to go. Now, I know a lot of people cite the likes of Rafa and Murray and Novak staying back a lot, but as Rafa's career progressed, he definitely found himself going forward a lot more and actually has incredible volleys. And as for Novak, I mean, well, there's not too many people who can do what he does from the back, so you know, if you're not really getting beaten then why would you come forward as much as you need to? But for the rest of us mere mortals, I think yeah, it's definitely important to try and get us forward as much as you can. She again should have come forward there, had the opportunity, goes to the slice. And that's a great point. The other thing is obviously, I'd say coming forward is certainly not necessarily, well, I would say more entertaining. I think if you can come forward and knock off the volley as a spectacle, it's really, really good to watch. I mean, I think, don't get me wrong, I'm all for a long rally, but if you can finish it off coming forward, then even better. Anyway, 4-all. Oh well, it's good defence. I was up in this tie break too, so yeah, this is certainly an important point, especially being in here. There we go. That's great resilience. 6-5 set point. Even now, I'm watching it, I'm just thinking to myself, get forward, go. I know it's a tight moment, everyone gets a bit nervous, but fortune favours the brave, you've got to go forward. There you go, trust me. 6-all, come forward, let's see what happens here. There you go, got the point, 7-6. Take on the second serve, let's see what he's got. And we're really pushing him back, which is good. There we go, we got the set. I mean, I made a bit of a bit of a dog's breakfast out of it, but at the end of the day, got the job done. 5-2 up, running at 7-6, being forced up to the breaker. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, shows a lot of resilience, tenacity, gumption, all that good stuff. Yeah, I feel I've always kind of had. Now I noticed that Omni changed his tactics a wee bit. He started to go a little bit harder into my forehand, which stopped me from pushing as far back as I probably was doing in the first set. It's a good forehand. Hold on. Conditions were very, very hot and humid. Probably why the ball's veering up as much as it is. It's insane volley, and that is one hell of a get. I remember hitting that volley, thinking to myself, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. And he chased it down and was actually it looked like a lot of ease as well. But the main thing is I was coming forward, and that's the guy can come up with that throughout the rest, the course of the match or the rest of the match, and too good. That's okay. Nice play there. 1-2 down, 40 love. Well, that is 2-all. Once more, this is another match where unfortunately we don't get to see the end of it. So I know it's a running theme, and those of you who've watched most of my matches are probably getting a bit irritated. Believe me, you can't be as irritated as I am. Try to rectify the issue, but I haven't managed to do so yet. So hopefully I can figure it out shortly. If not, then we'll have a lot of matches where you don't see me finish them, be it win them or lose them. That's unlucky. 2-3, 15-30. 30-40, let's see, great point. That's cheap. To be honest, I played a good match. I mean, bearing in mind my ranking at the time is 1,100 and he's 300 in the world, it clearly shows my levels there. Subsequently, I've played a few tournaments in Nottingham actually, and qualified both weeks, and lost to one guy who's 300-400 as well, 6-3, and the other guy who's 600, 7-6 in the third. Both matches I was up in them actually. Set point was my first round main draw of the first week in Nottingham against Blake Mott, who's a good Aussie, and then I had a really tough match against a French guy, Enzo Wallet, in the second week main draw. Managed to be 5-2 up in the first set, lost that 7-6 I believe it was, and then won the second having been 4-1 down, 7-5, and then lost the third 7-6. So point being, my level's definitely there, just got to keep plugging away. Something I learned a lot from this match is actually coming forward and also speaking to other peers, guys that I trust. One of them being Anton Matusevic. We played an NCL match a couple of weeks ago, and he gave me his thoughts on my game, and essentially said, I've got to get forward as much as I possibly can. I've got enough heat, both forehand and backhand. So certainly listen to him and trust him. Big fan of his game, and even bigger fan of him as a person. I think it's always important, you can get advice from coaches in your career, but also it's good to get advice from fellow players, especially the ones you respect and trust. Anyway, back to the match. Obviously lost the second 6-3, not great. Breakdown here. As I said, essentially I've gone away from what I was doing in the first set. He's managed to find a solution. But again, if I came forward as much as I did in the first set, then I think I could have closed the match out a bit quicker. There's one thing he does very well, is because his technique, pretty unorthodox. It's quite hard to read, and I have to say, he hits the in to out, so the inside out back forehand extremely well. It's really, really difficult to read because he's so loose and quite flicky. Again, another opportunity. He's on the run, he's got great hands, he's just got to get forward. I mean, there you go, you cough up an error. Even at 31 years old, you can still learn a lot. Well, even for me, actually, you know, I'd say I'm a pretty fit guy. Even I was struggling in this match, come the third set, especially later on in it. You know, turned out to be over a 4-hour match. This, so we're certainly out there battling. Good play. Let's turn out wide on the ad worked well to start the course of the match. A lot of grueling rallies. Last few points coming up. I really appreciate everyone who's watched or is watching my channel. It means a lot to me. You know, if there's anything you'd like to add, go for it. I'll continue to post a few more videos that I have in the locker. But once more, thanks very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video.
I got a lot on my plate. I got an eye on the prize, and I'ma make sure that we straight.